All right, YouTube, here we go. The video's been delayed because we've been having some crazy weather here. It snowed twice last week. It's been in the 30s. Today's the first day that's been decent enough to wash it. So I'm gonna run you through how I do it. This is not every single time I don't take the wheels and tires off. My buddy Mike, as you saw in the white and blue, he has the white and blue YXZ. He took the wheels and tires off and talked about how much easier it was to clean it. And I was like, that sounds like a great idea. So that's what we're gonna do today. One of the things that I always do though, is I always remove the seats. It just makes it so much easier to get in there and clean it. I also removed all of the skid plates over here. You can see how much sand and stuff is laying on top of this that you just carry around with you. All that extra weight, don't need it. So she is extremely dirty, as you can see. It's just filthy, head to toe. So this is just going out in the dunes. We do get, it was, wet sand. It didn't rain on us, but it was definitely wet, and it was rain on the way back, and yeah, it just kind of sticks. So actually it being delayed and letting it dry in the shop was probably a huge help. So here's the wheels and tires taken off, and we're gonna clean those separately. As you saw, I also took the panels off on the back. I try to remove the easy panels. A lot of times what I'll do too is I'll take this fender off. These fenders are really easy to take off. It's only a few bolts, but I'm gonna bypass that today because I'm kind of chasing the sunshine today. So we're gonna skip that step. So a few things that I do use is I use a leaf blower at first for the dry sand to try to blow it out as much as I can. And then I'll use low pressure water to kind of just coax that sand out instead of using the pressure washer, because it'll just push it all around and just kind of stick up somewhere else. So I'll use the blower to push the sand out and kind of spread it a little bit, but get the majority of it out. And then I'll use the low pressure hose to kind of flood it out and flush it out. And then after that, I'll hit it with the pressure washer, and then I'll hit it with the foam. And I use this stuff for foam. And I have a little bucket in there, a little wash mitt, and I use this to get into like little crevices and stuff like that, just scrub it all in there. And I use a shorter pressure washer wand as well. So we'll foam cannon it. After that, we'll kind of do the fine little details and rub it down here and there. Not getting too crazy with it. I try not to make it too involved. And then after that, we will rinse it, dry it with the leaf blower. We'll put it in the shop, and then I'll let it dry out for a day or two. And then I'll hit it with this, with SC1 over the entire vehicle, and it'll look like brand new. That stuff is a miracle. But it's been filling up with sand quite a bit, and I gotta go do a dyno run this next weekend, which I hope to be able to put on YouTube as well. So we'll see what it does, but I don't want to be up there and having sand just pouring out every crevice while we're up there doing dyno runs. So yeah, here we go. So I'm gonna do something I haven't never done, and that's use a GoPro on my head. So I don't know how well the footage is gonna work out, so we'll do the best we can, and we'll just kind of go from there. Yeah, so watch this. This is SC1. You can see all the scratches here, right? How's that for washed? This fender's been through hell. Frankensteined it back together. But I put some SC1 down here, you can see the difference. But here, I'm gonna go ahead and put it on right here. You can even see some spots where you can get clean completely. So it takes out a lot of the scratch, as you can see. It's not as apparent. And what I'll do is I'll come back, I'll let it sit here for a minute or two, and then I'll come back and do a wipe down, and then you won't even notice it. All right, so she's done. It's a lot better. I usually will do one more little pass with the SC1, as you can see, like some spots there that I'll spray with the SC1. That'll make it look pretty good, but 9-day difference. Everything looks nice and clean. Still needs to dry off a little bit more, and I'll do a little bit more detailing with SC1. But she looks like fairly new, besides, you know, your obvious scratches that are just gonna happen from the cooler being on the back. It is what it is. I'd rather have my cooler. These scratches are starting to bother me. They're a lot better than they looked before I put the SC1 on it, but it is what it is. Whenever the plastics become available, I might buy another set of fenders. But yeah. I didn't put the sand tires back on because the next thing I'll be doing is doing dyno runs. So I put the street tires on, and yeah, I'll be putting, so the next video we'll be doing shock springs, new springs on the shocks, front and rear, and then Simpson seats. So seats aren't in yet because we'll be putting the Simpson seats in. Can't wait for that. I'm really curious on what everybody likes to watch, what kind of videos they want to see, if they're interested in this kind of stuff, if they like the ride videos, if they like the build videos. I already know everybody likes the dyno videos. We'll be doing that one for sure. But is there anything else that you guys want to see or know, or, you know, let me know. Let me know in the comments, and we'll try to see what we can do to make it happen. We definitely are getting into our riding season, so we'll have better weather and more time. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for subbing and liking and watching the videos. It really means a lot to me, and especially the comments. I'm very quick to reply. I like interacting with you guys, especially if you have questions. I may not know everything, but I try to answer the best I can. And if I can't, I'll try to point you in some direction that might be able to help you out. But anyway, until next time, see you later, guys.